everyone. Today is February 23rd. It's Saturday, and I am Joanne. Welcome to Joanne's Bath and Body YouTube channel. On Saturdays, most Saturdays, I do what I call Soapy Saturday, a Saturday live video on Facebook. And I don't always have time to finish what it is that I start there. So today what we're going to do is we're going to finish what we started. I made 2 batches of soap on my Facebook live video. The first one was called Hoops, and the second one called Go Team. Go Team is a remake, and the remake was a customer request, and Hoops was a customer suggestion. So I'm gonna put you down so you can see what's going on down here, and then we'll get started on the piping. Okay, so we're gonna pipe this first one. I had a test run here with this. My soap frosting is the exact same recipe as my soap itself, and today we're just doing white. So I did a couple rows on here just to see how it would look, and I like the way it looked. I'm gonna put some embeds on top when we're done. Now I couldn't find my large piping bag, so I only had my small one, and I'm gonna need to do this a little bit opposite from what you can see. And this small piping bag makes a bit of a mess, but that's okay. I'm just gonna pipe some cloud looking swirls on top here. All right, and I'll need to refill my piping bag a few times because it's just a 12-inch bag. I don't know where my 18-inch bag went. Okay, but I have plenty of frosting. We're just going to do some swirls on here. In the background, you probably hear my husband. He's playing the guitar and singing. We have a band, the 2 of us, and every Saturday night we play at a restaurant in a town nearby. From 6 until 8, and today is Saturday, so he's just getting that ready. Doing a little practice, a little rehearsal. Okay, all right, I'm going to try and use up half of what's in my bowl here for frosting. I'm going to do the same type of pattern on top of Go Team. It looks like I'm going to have more than enough for what I need. Oh, that was a nice mess I made right there. I think I am Kenny the Messy Soaper from Royal Appleberry. Okay, she's awesome, by the way. All right, so let's get some more cloudy swirls going on here. All right, I'm going to set that off to the side, and I'm going to take off my messy gloves for this next part. Now, ahead of time, I made some embeds for the top of this. So Hoops, this soap was inspired by a local sports team. I'm just going to give this a quick little tap down. There we go. A local sports team. It's a national sports team, and this soap was a request from a customer. Okay, so I'm just going to line my ruler up. I have my ruler tucked in between my mold and my wooden mold holder, my silicone mold and the wood, and I'm just going to space my embeds out evenly, and I'm just going to put one right down the middle. So here are the embeds. Okay, I'm going to plop one in at every 1 inch and then give it a quick little push down. Okay, now the embeds are made from Melt and Pour. Melt and Pour is a pre-made soap base that is made from glycerin. Let me see if I can't get you a little bit closer while I do the embeds. And basically, it is what I just said. You melt it down and you pour it into a mold. I have my ruler here so that I can evenly space these so that all my bars will be a consistent or close to consistent weight and height and size. Okay. And I normally cut my soaps at 1.25 inches to make them a nice thick 5-ounce bar, but these are higher than the mold, so I'm spacing my embeds every inch down the mold because they will weigh more just based on the fact that they are taller. Okay, and then one more for this end. And now I need to remove this one. Well, maybe I don't. Maybe what I'll do instead is just put this one facing this way for my end piece. Okay, and then what I have is some Golden Brilliance glitter from Micas and More. Okay, and I'm just going to put a quick little sprinkle of glitter over the top of this. We are going to call this one Good. Oh, this stuff is very fine. It actually looks like gold nuggets in the bag, doesn't it? Isn't that shiny? Okay, so let me get my teeny tiny here and just gonna put a little bit on there. Look how that it's so fine, it coated the entire thing. And I just want just a little sprinkle of it on the top. And of course it's blowing all over the place. Okay, I need a little bit there, and I need a little bit there. A tiny little bit goes a long way, but oh my goodness, does it sparkle. And this team is from California, so it's the Golden State. So we had to have some gold on there. Okay, let's try and get some off of here. All right, and I think that's all I'm gonna do to this one. So I would grab my bottle of alcohol. It's 99% isopropyl alcohol. Just give that a spritz to try and calm down some of that airborne glitter there. Although, what I see is I need some more right over here on the end. I don't have very much glitter here on the end. Okay. All right, I need to stop messing with it. All right, so this is hoops. We're gonna set hoops aside. I'm gonna put it over here. Okay, and we're gonna bring over the second that we made on our Facebook Live video. And this one is called Go Team. So this was a remake of my favorite team. And I kind of did a Clyde slide with this one. It was pretty interesting. You'll need to go over to Joanne's Bath & Body on Facebook and check out that live video from February 23rd, 2019, because I really liked the effect that this had. All right, now we're gonna do this pretty much the same technique. And if I put this over here, maybe if I move to the other side of the island, you can see how I did this. Okay, so let's get this where you can see. And where I can reach, so I'm just gonna move this over, ta-da! Okay, that's better. All right, and see, we're just going to give a swirl, and just go in this little loopy pattern here. It makes it look, I don't know, cloudy, fluffy, marshmallow fluff kind of thing. And I'm just layering one on top of the other, on top of the other. currently working part-time at a bakery, so my piping skills have gotten a little bit better over the last few months. Yep. Got a harder spot there. We're just going to keep going because I am going to squish this down. This one will also have some embeds on it. Nice and fluffy and soft. The total opposite of a hockey game. Okay, let's go across. Just tell you though, it's definitely different piping soap than piping frosting. Okay, put another row on. I actually have enough in this bag to finish top. Okay, I'm gonna lay this down flat. I'm gonna grab my ruler, sorry for the reach. Push that frosting down. Just enough. Not just enough. I'm gonna have to refill. Okay, and then we'll just do this end. There we go. I'm just gonna put a little swirl right there where I'm missing a spot. And set that off to the side, and now let's get the embeds. So now to put on the top of this, we have these little embeds, these cute little embeds right here. I made these out of melt and pour. And just like before, we're gonna line up our ruler in between the silicone mold and the wooden mold holder. Okay, and I'm just gonna put on an angle every 1 inch. I'm gonna put these hockey pucks on here. Okay. All right, I'm so excited to have a YouTube presence and be making videos to be putting on YouTube. I'm so grateful that we had somebody in the family who knows a whole lot about video editing. Our niece Cassie and her husband Steven came over yesterday and taught me how to do, I got some soap on there, there we go, how to do some video editing so that I can make these creations and put them up on YouTube. There we go. Clean that up, there we go. So I'm not quite sure yet the frequency, thank you, at which I'm going to be posting videos on YouTube, but I do a Soapy Saturday video just about every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time over on Facebook on the Joanne's Bath and Body Facebook page. All right, so let's put this last one right here. I know it's gonna be right on the edge. It's gonna be a little tricky cutting that one. That's okay, it'll just be a sample piece. Okay, and now that I have that, I'm gonna get out my glitter. And give the top of this a quick little spray of glitter. This is eco-friendly, biodegradable hollow glitter. So first of all, we'll give a little squirt of alcohol so the glitter has something to stick to, and then we'll just start spraying it out. And I forgot that this one was the one that hasn't been working. I think it's got a clog in it somewhere. So let's just tap out this biodegradable, eco-friendly hollow glitter for the top. Okay, so we've got all our glitter on, our embeds are on, our frosting is done. Let's do a quick little flyby so you can get a close-up picture of what these look like. You see all the sparkle of the hollow glitter on top. So this one is called Go Team. All right. And this one we're calling Hoops. Can you see that gold sparkle on there? It doesn't sparkle as much as the hollow glitter, but oh, it's so pretty. All right, so I will meet you back here. Well, for me, it'll be tomorrow, but for you, it'll be just a few seconds. And we will cut Go Team and Hoops into bars. All right, everybody, see you in a minute. All right, so it's been about 24 hours and we are back to cut Hoops and Go Team. So as you know, we made these during that Facebook Live video, and afterwards, you know, as you see in this video, I piped the top and put some embeds on it. Now, I know it's kind of ugly what I'm showing you, but I did that on purpose. We actually have on the website what's called an ugly soap package, and it's these ugly end pieces, which are perfectly good soaps. But they're just the end pieces that, you know, sometimes like this happened today where it stuck to the mold a little bit. And they're not pretty, but they're good soap. So I'm just lining this up on my soap cutter, which is just basically a cheese cutter. And I'm just gonna cut off just a very thin slice from the end here. Oh, and I think I'm gonna have to do this with it laying on its side. Hopefully I can do that. Well, I'm not sure I can do that. Oh, I didn't think this through, did I? No, let's give it a shot. It's just the end piece. Oh, there we go. All right, I was gonna cut that part out of this video, but I think I'm gonna save it. This end is the highest of the two ends. The other one's not quite as high, and I didn't think it was gonna clear the soap cutter, the wire. So we're gonna open this one up, and you can see, look at that swirl that's in there. We've got the solid blue on the bottom, which is Spanish blue, to represent this particular team's colors. And then as you can see, this orange in here, it's still orange. But up here at the top, you can see how it's starting to morph back into that yellow. And that's expected. That yellow that I used in here does morph, and it morphs back. So now to cut our first actual bar, I'm just gonna slide this over. You can see I've got guidelines on my cutter here, so that my bars are all nice and even. And let's make our first cut. Whew, that barely skims past. Okay, and let's see what we've got inside. Look at that swirl. Isn't that awesome? Solid blue on the bottom, and then the yellow, the golden yellow, and slate gray and blue swirl will be on the top. And then with the piping on the very top. Okay, I'm just using a damp rag to clean off my wire so I don't leave drag marks in here. And then on the very top we've got the basketballs. And some of you guessed correctly that this was for a California basketball team. But again, we're naming this one Hoops because I don't have permission to use that team's name, but I can be inspired by the team colors, and that's exactly what happens here. So let's get this going. I cleared the basketball. Oh, I flattened out some of the fluff on top, but that's all right. All right, and then we've got the inside. And our basketball on top with the gold glitter. Can you see that shine? So pretty. All right. Try really hard to keep my bars straight. Maybe a little bit farther forward. Cleared the basketball, cleared the fluff. There. This is such a cool design on the inside. So the technique, I'm not sure if I mentioned it on the Facebook live broadcast or while I was frosting. There is a gentleman here in California. His name is Clyde Yoshida. And he has a YouTube channel and a soap company called Vibrant Soaps. And he perfected a technique we now all know as the Clyde slide. And when I was pouring the soap, I kind of took my inspiration from the Clyde slide, but I modified it just a little bit. So we did a variation of the Clyde slide to achieve this swirl in here. There we go. Ooh, look at that. I'm really happy with how that turned out because it is actually the first time that I've attempted any kind of Clyde slide. And I had watched other YouTube channels where people had done like an actual Clyde slide. And I really liked what they had achieved. So it was one of my goals to learn a couple new techniques in 2019. And this was one of them. Oops, I just slid it. There we go. Okay. All right, and we'll break this open. There we go. Very nice. So happy with how that turned out. Okay, so this end piece here is going to be another ugly soap. I'll smooth this out. See, it smooths out pretty easy. And so this will go into another ugly soap package, but it will be pretty complete with the fluff on the top and the basketball on the top. All right, so there's hoops. So let me set this aside over here. Okay, so I'm just gonna give things a wipe down before we move on to Go Team. Okay. All right, there we go. And you are still in focus, that's awesome. All right, so let's grab Go Team. Okay. All right. I know that's kind of dark on the top, but we've got the hockey pucks on the top and we've got the team colors on the inside with a little more fluff. So we're going to do the same thing with this one. This end piece, this is going to be part of some lucky person's ugly soap package. Okay, and you can find the ugly soaps on the website, joannesbathandbody.com. Okay, so let's make our first cut here. Well, let's move this forward so I don't cut into that hockey puck. There, I think that should be enough. We've cleared the puck, we've cleared the fluff, and ooh, look at that. So this was another variation of the Clyde slide where I just, instead of pouring it down the side and alternating the colors, you know, like a modified tiger stripe, I guess that's what the hoops was a modified tiger stripe combined with a modified glide slide. Probably way more than you wanted to know. With Go Team, what I did was I just poured everything into the middle. Half the white, half the black, half the gray, a little bit of the orange, which you can see there's some down here, and I'm sure more will show up in the middle. And then I poured all the batter down one side, one end of the mold, and just let it flood all the way down and swirl itself. And so this was the result. And I'm really happy with this. That turned out even better than I had hoped. All right. Love this technique and how it turned out. This was a customer request that I remake Go Team, so it's not exactly the same as the original. Let's see what I can get out of this last bar here. It is exactly the right size. So what I'll do is just smooth down the corner when I clean up the soaps. So this will be the end piece, and it will still have the hockey puck on top with the fluff and all the glitter. All right, well, thanks for sticking around and watching the cut of Go Team and Hoops. Okay, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the little bell beside it. I'm excited to have subscribers on my new YouTube channel. And by hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell, YouTube will tell you when I upload another video. So we have a oops, almost slipped. Go Team and Hoops. All right, so thanks again for stopping by and watching the cut of these two batches. And come check us out over on Facebook. It's Joanne's Bath and Body Boutique. You can find us on Instagram at Joanne's Bath and Body. Check out our website, joannesbathandbody.com, and you have already found my brand new YouTube channel. So bear with me. I am very new at making videos, learning something new every day, learning video editing, so the videos can only get better from here. All right, have a great day, everyone, and I will see you again soon. Bye.